Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm watching Gnostic Informant and I'm thinking, what do you get when you put together a Jewish man, a Gnostic, and a Satanist? Some radical, in-depth, informative conversations. So yeah, I mean the knowledge that these men possess is radical. Some people would accuse people of going outside just the biblical text as heresy. And you would have to call all scholars, all Hebrew scholars, all rabbi, all so, what would the word be? Seminary pastors and that type and priests, you would have to call them all heretics because these men know what's up in the world. They know the text. They've picked their sides. It's just like I was just thinking, let them who are evil be evil still. It's so true. I'm not going to waste my time anymore on people. Like I got this look today and it's like I'm not even responding. You know, it used to just like it would bother me for days on end thinking or try to reason with that type of stuff. It's like no, no, not anymore. Just let it go, let it go. So I have with people, it's like, or people that have uh tried to keep what I can do under wraps for their own. They say it's to protect me. I have a dragon protecting me. Do you? Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Of course, there are ones that are worried about themselves. I heard something wild, and I'm sure it's true because everybody does have the great mother's skin, but the dragon is shielded with the mother's skin. Isn't that wild? But yeah, there's so many. They're pulling up so many texts and history all over the world that people believe that God had a wife. Why would every place in the whole world believe that? And then you have just men that disrespect women and their abilities with certain religions that I'll just leave unnameable right here. But why would you like putting barriers on somebody's intelligence and their gifts and their healing powers to have control over them and try to learn that for themselves? That's theft. That's pure ass. Excuse my language. That's pure theft, people. That's what's been happening. God's not going to allow it any longer. It's gotten to the point where um, people that used to think it was funny to act like that aren't going to think it's funny anymore. It's just like me. I don't have to personally do anything to a person. All I have to do is think about it. If you cross my mind in that way too many times, that energy that protects me gets on you. You know, I don't do that. God's not doing that. Your willpower does it to yourself, you know? Then I think of people that pretend that they don't hate me, but they hate me. Why do you hate me? What is it within you that you hate about me? I could probably tell you. That's another gift that men will pretend they have, but they don't have. And that's inner knowing of people's souls. Satan's got that. Oh, believe me, the devil doesn't. And there's a distinction between Lucifer and Satan. So maybe there is a story how Satan came to be because some people think that Lucifer and Satan are the same, and nah, I've kind of thought on that for a while, and I've read documentation to the contrary. And then there's people will say that like even in Jewish literature there isn't a Satan, there's a Satan, but that's not the same from my understanding. Um, do believe in Latin it would be Satanos, or and I know like Lucifer is Luciferanos, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I am, but yeah, there's a distinction between these characters, is what I'm saying. Yeah, but back to the um, just what if yourself for the rest. Anytime you remember this, the woman was the only one that could help your spirit, and you're being taught different. What if that? Just think on it. Something to think about. You can believe what you want to believe, but it's still something to think about. And I think it's totally hilarious that people would be so confused. It does show where their allegiance lie, but yeah, what a trip. you know. So anyway, pretty warm here today. It's 90 right now. It was actually about 75 at about 7:30 this morning. Yeah, pretty warm. If it wasn't breezy, it would be stifling. Oh, I was actually going to say if there's some noise, it's probably my fan if you hear that. But and I thought about putting my air conditioner on, but if it was just no breeze at all, I probably would. So, um, oh, I heard Dr. Hillman say his friends in the Midwest say darn tootin'. Yeah, some of them do. I've said it as a joke, but yeah, like, yeah, sure, you betcha. That's kind of too, um, Wisconsin, and even the movie Fargo had it in there, and that's North Dakota, and they don't even say that up there. It's more, well, like the guy who raised me was Swedish and Finliner. Um, he had that type of accent, like the Scandinavian type of thing, unless you're getting into the Germanic tribes or the Slavic stuff. Whoa. Um, which I have like a lot of that type of stuff in me. Even too, if somebody was wondering my connection with um, not just the natives, but and that there are like Lakota Sioux and Japanese words that are identical and they mean the same thing. That shows a relativeness towards them. And another, my Powhatan Cree type or Mohawk type bloodline that goes up into Canada, um, that is relative to the like Tahiti. So like not quite Phoenicians because they did invade there, but they did have problems with those island people. And I was thinking too, you ever seen how they dance? Would you try and battle somebody with that type of energy, you'd be crazy, you know? Think about it. I don't know if you know their dance, but yeah, yeah, you'd be a little nuts to go up against that endurance, you know? Yeah, they came onto that island and they tried to overtake them. Didn't work. So, yeah, they might have did some kidnapping. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. But actually, I just wanted to say a quick hello here. Um, I've got a, I've got some work to do here, and I thought about doing it later, but I thought, nah, I know I sound a little goofy. It's kind of a goofy day. I had bad spirits poured on me, trying to get me in put me in a position in my life where I'm not thinking how I want to think. And so a lot of that's going to be changing coming up here in the future. I have a lot of things I'm doing with my life and in my life, and not just plans, but actual things that are set in motion for myself. So um, nobody's getting in the way of that either, and they'll find out that they can't. So anyway. Well, I love you all and I appreciate you being here. I'll be back soon. Have a good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.